Real Madrid win 2-0, and as you guys can see, I'm in a very complete different setup, which I normally am. I've just moved into a new place. I'm still trying to get everything sorted out, and I'm not done with this setup, but slowly and gradually it'll be better. But that's the story of Real Madrid. Slowly and gradually, they are becoming better. And I feel like today's game was pretty good. I enjoyed it, especially that second half. Certain players for me stepped up massively. Kylian Mbappe scored. He could have had much more. Jude got injured. Doesn't really look serious. But let's talk about everything. Let's talk about, of course, the win, the players who performed well, not well, and everything else. Before we start, don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and comment your own thoughts. All of you, the Madristas. Let's have a quick talk about it. This is how Real Madrid lined up, and it was pretty much expected. The only thing which I wasn't expecting, I did not expect Brahim to start. I thought it was going to be Arda Güler, which every pretty much report said Arda would be starting. But of course, Brahim started. And the first 20-25 minutes, it looked so slow. We barely created anything. It didn't look like we actually wanted to win. We were just relying on nothing, bro. We weren't relying on anything, especially that first 25 minutes. But after that, it became better, especially when Jude scored his first goal. Jude, of course, scored the penalty, which certain people should take notes of on how to score a penalty. And then after that, we played much better. From the moment we scored that first goal in the 30th minute, everything pretty much opened up. Getafe tried to attack a little bit more, which meant everything was pretty much easier for us in terms of creating. Jude was exceptional. Fede was exceptional. Fran Garcia was pretty much attacking in that pretty much first half, overlapping, going through the middle. And that's how we scored that second goal. Fran Garcia pretty much overlapping through the middle, found Fede with a very, very exceptional pass to Jude Bellingham inside the middle. Jude managed to find Mbappe, and Mbappe, very great finish, exceptional finish. I thought he would maybe run with it, get closer inside the box and maybe find his target, but he decided to shoot very, very early, and it was a great finish, great finish. 2-0 Real Madrid. Second half was even better. Of course, Jude went out. It got confirmed. He felt dizzy. Of course, he had that little concussion, that little challenge with the goalkeeper of Getafe. And Real Madrid didn't want to risk him, which is the right decision. We've got Bilbao literally in 3 days. So it was the right decision not to risk him. But straight after that, the second half performance, of course, Arda Güler came on, and it felt like it was a perfect game for Arda to come on, especially because Getafe wasn't really attacking, and it was a good game for him to show what he can do against a low block. Because even though he was 2-0 up, Getafe still wasn't really attacking. They had that little chance towards the end of the end of the game, but it wasn't really much threatened in terms of that whole 90 minutes. But the second half, I can't lie, bro, we could have scored much more than 2-0. I felt like that was one of the best second half performances we've had all season. One of the best second half. It felt like every attack was shown with intent. There was a lot more desire. With our off the ball movement was better. The players was moving along very well. The players was finding each other very well. The players understood each other, and the chemistry was there in that second half. And we could have scored 3, 4, 5. Mbappe himself could have scored pretty much a hat-trick today. He could have scored a hat-trick today, but he missed some easy chances, which he should not be missing. But other than that, I felt like it was a routine win, but most importantly, an important win, because it gets us now closer to Barcelona, 1 point behind Barcelona, with a game in hand. If you asked any Real Madrid fan after El Clasico if this was possible, absolutely not. Because, bro, after El Clasico, Barcelona was on this form, and Real Madrid was playing very poorly, and everyone expected us to go downhill. And the fact that this has happened now, where Barcelona has, of course, dropped points now, 3 La Liga games in a row, and we have managed to take advantage. I did say it, bro. I said it last month after the El Clasico and after the game against Osasuna. I said it, bro. As long as we win every single game, and as long as we take care of business, our own business, Bro, you never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Barcelona could draw points, and they did it 1 time, 2 times, and now 3 times, and now 1 game in hand, and we are literally 2 points above Barcelona in one of, let's be real, a start which is very, very bad, but we're still potentially about to lead La Liga. So we can't really complain. Let's talk about, in terms of player performances and who did well, in terms of my opinion. In terms of Thibaut, I don't think that Thibaut had there wasn't much for Thibaut to do in terms of the whole game. So I'm going to give Thibaut 6.5. I didn't feel that there was much for him to do. Couple maybe saves that he made, couple chances, but again, like I said, bro, Getafe had no creativity for that 90 minutes except for that chance towards the end which hit the bar. Lucas Vazquez was alright. Lucas today was alright. Defensively, he was decent. He was composed. He knew where things are. Going forward, he made some decent runs. Couple crosses, which of course never found that man, but he was involved. I'm gonna give Lucas 6.5 as well. 6.5 again, nothing special. I really liked Raul today. And he's continuing his form on what is being expected from him. I liked what Carlos said as well. Before the game, he said, listen, Raul has managed to get his chances, and he's done well. He's done well from pretty much every single time he's touched. And hopefully now it continues. And he does well. I'm skeptical whether he's going to get his chances when Tchouaméni comes back. I feel like when Tchouaméni comes back, well, not now because Camavinga's out. But when Cam is back and when Tchouaméni is back, I feel like Tchouaméni will be preferred to be playing as a centre-back. Let's see what Carlo does. I'm going to give Raul a 7.0. Rudiger was much better. I'm going to give him 7 as well. To be fair, yeah, in that second half, there was one sequence of play which I looked at Rudiger and I'm like, brother, what are you doing? He could have released the ball. And Frank Garcia had so much space for him to run to it, but he decided just to be Rudiger, the goofy Rudiger that we all know. But again, it was a much better display compared to Liverpool. Frank Garcia was, for me, one of the 3 man of the matches of today. One of the 3 best players of today. I really, really enjoyed what he did. And you could see the difference when Frank Garcia plays and when Ferland Mendy plays. When Frank Garcia plays, we play football. When Frank Garcia plays, he plays attacking football. He knows how to run with the ball. He knows how to find a pass. He knows everything about it. That second goal would have never been possible if it wasn't for Frank Garcia making that run. Actually running with the ball. If that was Mendy, brother, Mendy would have passed it to pretty much Thibaut the moment he got the ball. Such a big difference between Frank Garcia and, of course, Ferland Mendy. In terms of Fede Valverde, as usual, nothing surprising. And I feel like every time Fede plays like this, it's no surprise. It's no surprise whenever Fede performs the way Fede is performing. And bro, I'm going to be real, yeah? I'm going to be so real with Fede. I honestly think you can make a very, very good case. Despite, of course, what Vinny has done so far this season. And Jude, I feel like Fede has been our most important player this season. And for me, he's been our best player so far this season. He had a stretch of games where he didn't play well. That wasn't because of Fede. It was because of the fact he was so fatigued, and everyone could see he was fatigued, but he was forced to play. But bro, when he plays at this level, he's literally unplayable. And Ceballos, I'm gonna be real, my brother. You played very well today. I'm gonna give you an 8.5. You played very, very well today. He controlled the midfield. He played simple football. He didn't take too many touches, which I was happy with, and he played it, bro. He was moving the ball along. He was being used as the main person whenever he was dropping deep, controlling it and just progressing, trying to find his man. He was being used as the Toni Kroos, And I feel whenever he plays, that is now his role. I'm not saying he's Toni Kroos. Again, I know internet is so crazy. But the role that he's been playing, I feel like he's been playing as that role. My brother, you stay on that left-hand side. You make sure the ball's moving along. And you make sure you drop deep when we need to pretty much progress with it. And he's been used very effectively. And that game today, he did very well. Jude Bellingham, before, I would have given Jude just of that first half performance. It was exceptional. That first half performance, assist, goal, finding his passes, it's just so good, bro. Just so good. And I felt like today was the first time we actually saw Jude playing in where he should be playing. And that is literally just behind the attack. And him having that freedom role. We should be building the team around Jude. I don't understand why we don't. But once we build the team around Jude, and once Jude is the main reason for this team, a lot of success will come our way, bro. A lot of success will come our way. We can't be using Jude as the second option, or third option, or fourth option, or fifth option, as we've been doing this all season, making him track back as a right wing back, left wing back, dropping deep. Sometimes he's the deepest midfielder of them all. We can't be using Jude as that. Jude is a luxury. We need to use him as that luxury. He needs to be in that team as the main. We need to build everything around Jude. And once we do, everything will open up for us. Look at what happened last season. Brahim Diaz, second half was much better. First half, he was a bit quiet, in my opinion. He had his moments, but he was a bit quiet. Second half, he got a bit more involved. There was a chance where he played that 1-2 with Mbappe. Mbappe found him with a chip pass. He should have scored that. I don't know why he decided to chip it over the goalkeeper when he was so close to the goal. Made no sense. But I think he was much more involved in that second half. He was making nice 1-2s with Mbappe, with Arda Güler, making nice passing. Decent passing sequences. But other than that, I was happy with his performance. 7.5. Rodrigo, it's good to see him back. It's good to see him back. And there was a bit moments where he was playing on the left-hand side. He then moved on the right-hand side because Mbappe wanted to play on the left-hand side. But it was good to see him back. Of course, I don't want to risk him so much. And it's good that we're gradually trying to get him in. Good start for him to play against Getafe, who, of course, very defensive. So we are going to have the ball much more often. Very different to playing home and away, of course, against Getafe. But Rodrigo, simple performance, nothing special, nothing crazy. Mbappe. With Mbappe, I'm going to be so real with you, chat. I'm going to be so real with you guys. With Mbappe, it was a better performance. It was better than before. His dribbling, it didn't feel like he was shooting bricks. His finishing, again, needs to be much better. You could clearly see his confidence still lacking. But what I find ironic is that he had 3 or 4 chances, which he should have scored. He should be on 3 or 4 goals right now. But the ironic thing about it, the hardest chance that he had, he scored. And the easiest chance which he had, he missed it. So again, you can still clearly see he's still not that 100% confidence Kylian Mbappe. But it's better than before. We are going to be patient with him. And I think we have to till we get a new manager. And maybe we can see him in a complete new system. But I liked what I saw. Again, my standards is still of Mbappe is still very high. I'm not going to give him a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But one thing, in terms of expectations, it's better than what we've seen before. Is it his best performance? No. I think he's had better performances. Is it his worst performance? Absolutely not. I think it's just above average. I'm going to give Mbappe 7.5. If he scored his chances, I would have given him much higher. But like I said, important win. As you guys can see, in terms of, we pretty much controlled everything. We controlled everything. 6 big chances. Half of those was for Mbappe. We had our moments. We played well. But the most important thing, like I said, is this. And now we have a massive game against Bilbao. Massive game against Bilbao, away from home. You guys know how San Mamés is. It's always difficult. It's always hard. But if we can escape Bilbao with a win, I think it will put us in a very good position. And I've always said it, the league is never over. And the fact that now with a win against Valencia, which is our postponed game, if we win against Valencia, we're of course above. But we can't think of one. We can't think of, all right, we're number one. You never know, bro. Real Madrid this season has never been
we have never had a period where I felt very confident. Again, now you could clearly see it, but then the game against Liverpool destroyed it. So that's why we can't think too ahead. Let's just take one game. Calmer, as Ronaldo said, calmer. One game at a time. Our next focus is Bilbao. And if we can take care of Bilbao, it puts us in a very good position. But I feel like Bilbao is a massive game for us to see where we are. Because Bilbao is never easy. And again, Real Madrid has been hit and miss this season. It's been literally hit and miss. So I really want to see how we do against Bilbao. And again, the watch-alongs will be back today. As you guys can see, I'm just moving. It's a complete different place. It's a complete different setup. I'm still getting used to this place. But yeah, man, listen, we're back with the watch-alongs hopefully on Wednesday. Bilbao, Madrid, we're back. It's a massive game as well. And yeah, man, listen, don't forget to comment your own thoughts. Who you felt played well, who you felt played disappointing. And I'm going to see you soon. Peace.